Let's get some Zen on, yeah? Okay. Come into a comfortable seat. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. 2 more times. Thank you for being patient with me. Up, forward, and down. Up, forward, and down. Anybody want to be a technical director and sound director for me? Let's bring our hands to heart center, closing the eyes. Taking a nice deep breath in and sigh it out. Another deep breath and sigh. And one more time, deep breath in and sigh it all out. Setting an intention for your practice today. Let it be to invite more peace and calm, and balance in, good health, good mental health, physical health, spiritual health, whatever else that might serve you, that you need. And taking a deep inhale, exhale, releasing those hands up to the sky. And letting your intention go into the universe. Bringing your hands down by your hips. Pressing the fingers into the earth, tenting your palms. Sitting up nice and tall. And inhaling up to the sky. Exhaling down to the heart center and rounding that spine. Inhale back up, chin to the sky, pressing that heart forward, and then exhale, rounding that back away. One more time this way, inhale up, pressing that heart, drawing the shoulder blades a little bit together. And exhale, rounding that back away, placing the hands on the knees, still rounding that back. Maybe lifting those knees up, letting those arms get nice and long. And then inhale forward, pressing the shoulder blades together, heart forward. And exhale, rounding the back away. Inhale, pressing the shoulder blades together, heart up toward the sky. And exhale, rounding that back, lifting up those knees. Coming back to center, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Pressing the hands at heart center. Taking a nice deep inhale up. And exhale, bringing those hands back to heart center. Another one, inhale. And exhale, back to heart center. Inhale. And exhale, back to heart center. Inhale up, and we're going to twist it over to the right. Sitting up nice and tall. And inhale through center and twisting it over to the left. Back to center, palms face forward, and let's walk those hands out in front. Coming up onto the fingertips and folding forward. Inhale onto the fingertips, walking the hands over to frame that right knee. I'm just going to adjust my camera here. Lengthen that spine and fold it all the way down. Coming up onto that right forearm, lifting that left arm up and over, pressing the hip into the earth, and float it over to the left, and back over to the right. I just realized I should probably be on the other side. I'm opposite of you, bringing those hands back together, pressing that heart toward the earth. And walking it back through center, coming up, bringing the hands behind you, fingers face the bum, draw the shoulders back, Heart puffs up toward the sky, dropping that head back. And roll up onto those knees, pressing those hips up and forward. And lowering it all down, changing the cross of the legs. Inhale up and twisting it over to the left. Twisting it over to the right. And back over to the left. Sitting up nice and tall. Bringing it back to center. Inhale, palms face forward, walking it out in front. Pressing those fingers away, lengthening that spine and folding down. I'm going to switch back to actual side, walking those hands over to the right, framing that knee. Lift up, lengthen and fold it down. Coming onto the right forearm, left arm reaches up and over. And float it over to the left. And back over to the right. Bringing those hands back together. And walking it to center and back behind you. Fingers face the bum. Draw the shoulders back, dropping the head back gently. Puff that heart up, let it shine. And then rolling up onto those knees if you like, dropping the head back gently. And lowering it all down, bringing the legs out in front. Walking the flesh away from your sits bones. Sitting up nice and tall. Windshield wipering those feet. Inhale up to center. Lengthening that lower spine, reaching toward those toes, relaxing the shoulders and the head. Gazes forward. Inhale, lengthen that lower spine and fold it down. Letting the neck and the shoulders go. Inhale, lift, walking that belly down a little bit closer to your feet and fold. Inhale, lengthen and fold. One more time, lengthen and fold. Now staying in your forward fold, sliding your hands along your legs and bringing your arms back behind you. Interweave those fingers and reach those hands away. Maybe lifting them up to the side and folding a little bit deeper. And release those hands back to the feet, dragging the hands up the legs. And plant the hands next to you, bringing those feet nice and wide. And windshield wipe into those knees. Loosening those hips. Working out the kinks. Now let's drop those knees over to the right. Stack the right foot on top of the left knee. Hand on the hip and inhale up, gazing behind you. Exhale, lowering it down. Inhale up. And exhale a few more times this way. Last time, keeping that hip up and bringing that left arm up and behind you, coming down onto your forearms or all the way down. Maybe walking the hands toward that back left corner a little bit further, getting a nice deep twist here. Breathing into the side body. And coming up onto that right forearm and making circles with the left. And reversing those circles. And pressing the hands back together, heart toward the earth. And walk it to the front. Windshield wipering those knees back and forth again. And then dropping them over to the left, stacking the left on top of that right knee. Hand on the hip and rock it up. Inhale. Exhale down. Working with your breath here. And really get a nice twist on your inhale, gazing behind you. Last one, leaving that hip open, bringing that right arm up and behind you, walking the hands toward that back right corner and folding down. Another deep breath here. And coming up onto that left forearm, making circles with the right. And reversing those circles. Bringing those hands back together, pressing the heart. And walking it to the front. Bringing the feet together. Clasping the hands. Roll the shoulders back and down. Puff that heart up toward the sky and butterfly those knees. Good. Coming to stillness. Press the heart forward. Draw the elbows back. Shoulder blades together. You don't want to overextend your neck. Just keep it nice and level with the floor. Round the back away. Exhale. Inhale. Press the heart forward. Elbows back. Again, chin is level with the floor. And round it away with an exhale. Inhale forward again. Get nice and long and then fold down over those feet if you like. Or where you are is perfect. And slowly letting those shoulders and the neck go. I'm going to go a little bit further. Walking the hands out in front, coming up onto those fingertips, lengthen and folding it down. Just breathing here, releasing all the tension in the hips. We hold our emotion. This is a highly emotional time right now. Just trying to release what is not helping us right now, which doesn't serve us. Walking those hands back in. We're going to do a forward fold one more time. Walking that flesh away from the sits bones. Sitting up nice and tall, reaching forward, lengthening that lower spine. You probably feel a little bit looser now. Inhale, lengthen and fold. Walk that belly down the thighs with each inhale. Inhale, lengthen and fold. Maybe pulling up on your hands to lengthen and fold a little bit deeper. Again, bringing those hands behind your back. Interweave those fingers. Press the hands away and lifting them up toward the sky, getting a nice deep fold here. And releasing those hands back to the feet and dragging them up. Good. Roll the shoulders. One more time and then forward. Good. Bring that right arm across and hugging it in with the left. And release, crossing the left across the heart and hug. Good. Inhale up. Press the palms together and reach toward the feet. Open up the arms and press the wrists back. Bring the fingertips together, round the back away. Lift the hands up and bring the hands to the heart. Good. Inhale up, press the palms, reach them forward. Open up those wings, bend the wrists back. Bringing the fingertips together, round the back away. Raising the hands up. Sitting up nice and tall, hands to the heart. We do that 2 more times. Inhale up. Press the palms, hinging forward. Open up those wings. Bend the wrists back. Now bring the fingertips together. Roll the spine away. Opening the back of those shoulders. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to the heart. One more time. Inhale up. Press those palms, hinging forward. Opening those wings. Bend the wrists back. Bring the fingertips together. Round the back away. We're squeezing that lower belly in. Inhale up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Nice deep breath here. Let's bring it back to a comfortable seat. Hands on the knees. Sitting up nice and tall. We're hinging forward for trunk rolls to the right. Each time you come back, lengthen those arms nice and long. Releasing that neck, letting the head roll loosely, gently around. One more time around in this direction. Pausing with your heart at center. Airplane those arms out. Bring them back behind you. Interweave those fingers. Lengthen those arms away. Lift the belly. Lengthen and fold forward, bringing those palms up to the sky. And roll it up. Releasing those hands, changing the cross of the legs. Nice deep inhale, lengthen that spine, fold forward and trunk rolls to the left. Remembering to work with your breath. A few more times in this direction. Last time around in this direction, pausing at center. Inhale, lengthen and fold forward. Airplane those arms out, bringing the hands behind you. Weave those fingers and lift them up to the sky. Inhale, lengthen, lift that belly and folding forward. Letting it all go. And releasing those hands in front. Coming up onto the fingertips. Lift the palms up. We're going to roll that spine like a wave. Starting at the lower back, ending at the shoulders, and then waving it back down. Loosening everything there, all that tension. And roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Bringing that chin to the chest. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Then raising that chin up with an inhale to the sky, pressing the heart forward a little bit. And exhale down to the heart. Inhale up. Exhale back down. Coming back to a neutral neck and bringing that chin over, look over that right shoulder. And over to the right. And back to the left. Bringing it back to center, we're going to bring that right hand over to the left ear and draw the ear to the shoulder, letting that shoulder go. Release and let it slide down the spine. Walking those left fingers out to the sides, feeling that stretch. And then turn the palm up. Feel that stretch a little bit deeper. Then bring those fingertips onto that left shoulder. Lengthening that neck a little bit more. Good, and release, bringing that left hand over to the right ear. Drawing the ear to the shoulder, releasing that shoulder. No tension in the shoulder. And walking those right fingers away. So you feel that stretch and then flip the palm up. Little deeper stretch there. And then bringing those fingers onto the shoulder. But bringing it back to center. Arms out in front, bending those elbows, and let those fingers find that bony ridge. Sit up nice and tall, and let the elbows just hang toward your lap. Breathing here. Bring it back up. Open those elbows. Press the heart forward. And draw it back down. Maybe a little bit deeper this time. Bringing it back up. Pressing that heart forward. Good. And back to neutral spine. Inhale. Raise those hands up. Interweave the fingers. Press the palms up to the sky. And walk those arms back. Wiggle those arms back behind your ears. We're going to bend the elbows and toggle over to the right behind our head, still sitting up nice and tall. So you don't want to have your head down against your chin down against your chest. Raise that head up. And then back to center and over to the left. We're doing a lot of shoulder work too, releasing our hips and the tension in our neck and shoulders. Back to center and to the right. And back to center and to the left. Bring it back up to center and bring it out in front of you. Round that spine away. Angel breaths here. Inhale up underneath the chin. Elbows nice and high. And exhale, press it away. Inhale up. And exhale, press. 2 more times. And press it away, last time. And press it away. Raising those hands up. Good, releasing, pressing the air away and bringing the fingers behind you, clasping those hands, pressing the knuckles toward the sky. Open up that heart and press the arms away from you. So turn so you can see what I'm doing. Getting a nice deep shoulder stretch here. And releasing. Good. We're going to forward fold again, walking those hands out in front. And then walk it over to the left, stacking that right hand on top of the left and folding down and making sure to even out your shoulders. That one isn't up higher than the other. Letting the shoulders and neck go. Walking the hands back to center and in. Changing the cross of the legs. Sitting up nice and tall. Forward fold here and walking the hands over to the right. And stacking that left hand on top. Really stretching it out. Just breathing here. Good, walking it back to center. And then rolling up onto your knees, and we're going to bring our feet behind us, coming into tabletop. Wardrobe adjustments if you need. And I'm getting slightly pudgy. So make sure you stack your shoulders directly over your wrists. Fingers are nice and wide. We're going to fire hydrant on the right, lifting that hip up. And pressing it against the other knee like you have a big invisible spring there. Inhale it up. And press them together. Inhale. And press them together. On the press, you feel that lower abdomen engaging. Last time on this side. Raising it up again. And we're going to do hip circles. Trying to keep that knee and that shin parallel with the floor. And reversing those circles. Good, bringing that leg nice and long and swinging it over to the left, curling those toes. And just rock forward and back. And then sliding that foot back here for a little mini pigeon. One more breath. and sliding it back up to your table. Now we're going to fire hydrant on the right and press those knees together. Going for 4. Lift it up and press. Lift it up and press. Last one. Lift it up and press. Bringing it back up and making those hip circles here. Keeping that foot flexed. And reversing those circles, feeling the burn in the outside of that hip. Good, bringing that leg nice and long behind you and swinging it over to the right and rocking back and forth on the ball of the foot. And then sliding it back for mini pigeon on this side. One more breath. And then slide it back up. And this time we're going to come and sit on our heels. We're going to come into coyote. So we want to turn the wrists out on the right. Fingers get tucked underneath the knee. And then on the left, you can do one hand at a time. My left wrist is actually, doesn't bend 90 degrees, so I tend to do them separately. So you can just hinge forward, lean a little bit forward, and look up to the sky. Really stretch the under part of that forearm. I'm going to switch to the other side. And you're in complete control as to how deep you go. And then bringing it back up, turning the back of the hands onto the floor. And just roll those fingers. Like you're rolling a rolling pin. I'm not a big baker, so I assume this is somewhat what it looks like. Bringing the hands together and just roll those wrists. I'm sure we've been spending a lot more time on our devices lately, so we probably have a little carpal tunnel or tendonitis, and reverse that roll. Good, sitting up on the knees, curling the toes behind you. We're going to come into camel, so I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. So I have to have my toes tented. If you are a little extra bendy, you can keep your feet flat. But I'm going to raise my right arm up. Keeping my hand here by my side, I'm going to press my hips forward and then reach back for my right heel. Fingertips to the heel. And really puff that heart up and press the hips forward. And then raise that left arm and reach it behind you. And then you can bring that left hand to the left heel and raise that right arm and reach behind you. And slowly bringing it all up and coming into a wide, like a child's pose, letting those big toes touch and reaching those arms out in front. Coming back up into your table, stacking your joints. You're going to press that right heel back and reach that left arm forward. A balancing table here. And crunching it under the belly. Reach it out, east and west. Center, crunch it in. Reach it out, east and west. Again, crunch it under. Extend. Reach it out, east and west. And bringing it back to center, bending that back knee and reaching for that ankle. Giving yourself a nice back bend here. And releasing that, walking the hands 2 inches back, squeezing the elbows into the ribs, and pressing down for yogi push-ups. Going for 4. Keeping those elbows bent and in. And last one. And bringing it back to center. Foot out to the side, toes face forward, bend that knee, and coming into Praying mantis, you can walk your hands a little bit forward here to get a nice big rotation in the hips. And reversing those circles. Last one, and bringing it back in to table. Just giving your tail a little bit of a wag. Good, pressing that left heel back. Right hand forward, engaging that core. And crunching into the belly. Reaching it out, east and west. Bringing it back to center, crunching underneath. Extending east and west. 2 more times. Crunch, extend. Out to the side. 1 more crunch. Extend, out to the side. Bringing it back to center, bending that knee, reaching for the ankle. And a nice back bend here. Good, releasing that foot. Walking the hands about 2 inches back. Lengthen that leg. And yogi push-ups. 4 on this side. This is building that upper body strength. Pressing it down. And back up 1 more time. Good. Bringing that foot out to the side, bending the knee. Toes face forward. And making those hip circles. Walking your hands out if you need to. And just feeling all that tension. Releasing. And reversing those circles. 1 more time. And bringing that knee back in. Coming back into another wide-legged child's pose. Lifting up onto those fingertips, press the bum back deeper. Lengthen those arms and fold it down. Maybe rock side to side. Good, coming back into your table. Curl the toes and press up into your first down dog. Walk that dog. Taking your time. And press those heels down. Press the shoulders back. Nice big stretch. Come up onto those toes. Press those shoulders back even more. And lower those heels down. Inhale up onto the toes. Bend the knees. Gaze forward. Crouching dog. Lift it up and press the heels. Inhale onto the toes. Press it down. Crouching dog. Lift it up and press the heels. 1 more time. Crouching dog. Hop it up for forward fold. Bring those feet out to the edge of your mat. Lengthen halfway. Fingertips. And fold. Bring it up again. Halfway. Lengthen that spine and fold it down. Grab opposite elbows and just ragdoll here. Bending those knees. Just softly working on those hamstrings. You know, mine have been particularly tight lately, probably all the way. Just let the hands dangle here. Lift up onto the fingertips. Nice flat back. Lengthen that spine and fold it down. Wrap the arms around the back of the legs. Pull yourself in a little bit closer. Straighten those legs if you can. Then move the hands to the top of the feet. Bend the knees and roll it up. 1 vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Now I'm headless. Nice. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. And coming into mountain pose. Pressing those feet firmly into the earth. Pressing that heart up. Hands press forward against that invisible wall. Breathing here. Maybe raising up onto your toes. Strengthening those ankles. Taking a nice deep breath in. And releasing that. Inhale up. Bringing the hands back for back bend. Open up that heart. And swan dive. Fingertips halfway. And fold it down. I'm going to adjust my camera here. Inhale up. halfway. Exhale, fold. And reverse that swan all the way up. Reach it back. Exhale, hands to the heart. Reach it up. Open up that heart. And swan dive. Fingertips halfway. And folding it down. Reverse that swan all the way up. Reach it back. And exhale, hands to the heart. Now let's step that right foot back. Coming into our warrior one. Sinking nice and low. Reaching those arms up. Opening up to warrior two. Sinking a little bit lower. And flipping that front palm, reversing our warrior. Breathing here, maybe wrapping that right arm around our back. And then extending that left arm to the back of the room, feeling that stretch in your left side body. Bringing it back to warrior two. Windmill it down, frame that foot, and step back into your plank. Lift the right foot up. And lower, lift the left foot up. And lower, press back into your down dog. Press those shoulders back. Come up onto those toes, bend the knees. Crouching dog, hop it up. Forward fold. Reverse swan all the way up, reach it up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Nice deep breath here. I think I need to back you guys up because you can only see half of me. Inhale it up. Reach it back. Open up that heart. And swan dive. Fingertips. And fold. And reverse swan all the way up and back. Reach it up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Let's step that left foot back. See, I need a technical director. Step that left foot back for warrior one. Coming nice and low. There we go. I think I got it all now. Nice and low. Feeling that energy. And then opening to warrior two. Sinking a little bit lower. Reversing that warrior. Wrapping the left arm around your back. And then extending that right arm to the back of the room. Breathing here. Opening it up to warrior two. This will be an experience you'll never forget. And windmilling the hands down. Stepping back into your plank. Raising the left foot up. Squeezing that glute. Lower it down. Right foot. Squeeze that glute. Lower it down. And back into your down dog. I tell you guys are doing a better job than I am. Inhale up onto the toes. Bend the knees. Hop it up. Forward fold. Hands to heart center. We're going to press it up into our chair. We're going to reach the hands forward though. So coming back into your chair, lifting that belly up off the knees. And then plug the shoulders back in. Squeezing those glutes. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then lifting it up, but bringing the right knee with you up to the belly. Good. Hands to heart center. Press that heel forward. Open up to the side and plant your tree. Finding your center, raising those branches, and maybe bringing those hands behind you, clasping the fingers together. Opening that heart. Back to heart center. Knee back to the belly. We're going to kick it out and come back into our warrior three, bending that left knee. And then lengthening all your limbs at the same time and stepping back to warrior one. See, moving slower sometimes is actually harder than moving faster. And we're going to bring it into warrior two. And now we're going to revolve this warrior. So back hand to meet the front and front hand to meet the back. Bringing it back to center. Bringing that back heel up and step it up, hands to the heart. Nice deep breath. Good job. Inhale it up. Open up that heart and swan dive. Fingertips halfway and fold it down. Coming into our chair here, reaching, so lift the belly and reach those hands forward, sitting back into your chair. Plug those shoulders in. Good job. And then we're going to raise it up, but bringing that left knee with us up to the belly. Raise it up, raise it up. Good. Press that leg out and open it up to the left. Bringing the hands to heart center and planting your tree. You're doing great. Raising those branches. Maybe bringing your hands behind your back. Pressing those knuckles away, opening that heart. Bringing your hands back to your heart. Knee back to the belly. We're going to press back into our warrior three, bending that right knee. Reaching those hands forward, lengthening all your limbs, and then bending that right knee, stepping back into warrior one. Good job. Opening up into warrior two, sinking nice and low. And we're going to revolve our warrior, so back hand to meet the front. So you're squaring off that left hip a little bit with the right, and then taking the right hand back behind you. Bringing it to the front, rolling up that back heel, and stabbing it up, hands to the heart. Awesome job. Taking a nice deep breath here. Let's reach it up. Open up that heart. Keep opening. Keep opening. And swan dive. Fingertips halfway. Fold it down, stepping back into your plank. Bring the right knee to the right elbow. And press it back. Left knee to the left elbow. Press it back. And find your down dog. Good job. Planting the knees. And we're going to roll over onto our backs. Laura M., genie arms, girl. And bringing those knees into the belly. Rocking it side to side. Planting the feet. Hips distance apart. I'm off my mat. Pressing those hips up. Inhale, nice and deep. Press super hard. And then roll one shoulder under and then the other. Maybe you can clasp the hands. So you're bringing your shoulder blades together. Pressing those knuckles away toward your feet. Pressing into those heels. The soles of your feet. And then we're going to lower down, but roll one shoulder out, then the other, and lower it all down nice and slow. Let's inhale it up, raising those arms up too. And lower it down. Inhale up, this time onto the toes. Maybe we can raise one foot up, keeping those hips from dipping down. And then swapping feet. And then lowering it all down, bringing those knees into the belly, giving yourself a loving hug, rolling side to side. And then bringing your right foot to cross over the left. Taking a nice deep inhale and then exhale, pressing that thigh away. I'm going to take us to 20 of, since technology delayed our start. Then inhale that left knee up to the belly. Squeeze it in nice and snug. Nice big hug here. Inhale and exhale, squeezing it in toward the underarm. Good, raising that left foot up to the sky, reaching behind the calf or the ankle, drawing the leg in closer, shoulders down, and pointing the toes. And flexing the foot, and making ankle circles, and reversing those circles. Coming to stillness, crunch the toes, and spread them out nice and wide. Bend that knee and lower it all down. Switching feet, left over right. Inhale, and exhale, pressing that thigh away. Bringing that right thigh up to the belly. Clasping the hands, squeezing it in, nice big hug. Flexing both feet here. Shoulders back and down. Inhale and exhale, drawing that knee closer to the underarm. Good. Raising that right foot up to the sky, reaching behind the calf or the ankle, drawing it in closer, shoulders down. Point the toes. And flex. And ankle circles. And reverse. Last one, crunch those toes, or should I say scrunch, and spread them out nice and wide. And bending both knees, bringing the soles of the feet together, clasp the hands around them, draw the feet toward the pelvis and press the knees outward and away from you. Bring those arms nice and long. Stretch the forearms, the upper arms, the shoulders. And then you're rolling your neck so that your neck is nice and long in the back. Stretching out that spine. And then we're going to come into reclining fire log. So we're going to bring our left heel over to our right knee and then reach for the right foot and just draw it in. So you're stacking your ankles and knees together. Your feet go beyond your knees. And just draw those knees in. Nice stretch on the outside of those hips. Shoulders are down. Open that heart. Maybe rock side to side. This feels really good when you rock. Really opens the outside of that hip. And we're going to release that, changing the cross of the legs. So open up the left, bring the right heel to the inside of that left knee, and reaching for that left foot, bringing it in. Feel that stretch on the outside of your right hip now. And again, you can rock. As you rock toward the left, you feel a deeper stretch in that right hip. Squeeze them in nice and tight, shoulders down. And then open up that left foot, coming into full happy baby here. Walking the shoulders down away from those ears. And just rock side to side, massaging that lower back. Bring those legs nice and long if you like, out to the side, a nice straddle here. Shoulders are relaxed. And then bringing those legs together, feet up to the sky. Flexing those feet toward your face. And you remember, you don't want the feet over your head. You want them over your hips. So press them away a little bit if you have them close to your face. A nice long line from your hips up to your ankles. You can open the legs, scissor them apart if you like, bring them back together. Or crisscross them, whatever feels good. You can bicycle. Just getting that circulation back to the heart. And then bend those knees, bringing the soles of the feet together at the base of your spine. Let the knees fall out to the side. Press the palms inside those thighs, encouraging a little more opening, a little more release there. We let a lot of tension go today in our hips and our neck. You should feel a little more euphoric, or hopefully a lot more euphoric than before you started, letting go of stress and tension and emotion. Bring those knees together, bring them into the belly, hands on top of the knees, making those knee circles here. And reversing those circles. Giving yourself a nice big hug. Airplaning those arms out, dropping the knees slowly over to the right, gaze to the left. And then on your exhale, let the shoulders relax down to the earth. Maybe bring your right hand on top of your thigh, encourage a little deeper twist. And pressing those palms, bringing it back up to center. And slowly over to the left, gaze to the right. Again, releasing those shoulders down to the earth on your exhale. And maybe that left palm on that right thigh. Pressing the palms, bringing it back up to center. Hugging the knees in again. Nice big hug. Hands on the knees, open up the knees, let the feet stay together, press the knees away, scoop them back together at the bottom of your spine and back to your heart, making hip circles here. And then reverse those circles, so at the base of your spine, open up the knees, scoop them up to the underarm, and then back together at the heart. Press them away. Open at the base, scoop them up the sides, and back together at the heart. One more time around, pausing at your heart, giving yourself another big hug. Rock it side to side. And then just dropping your feet down onto the floor, making some wrist circles here. Again, releasing a little more tension from being on all those devices all those hours. And reversing those wrist circles. Placing your hands together. Pressing them away down like you're brushing away any negativity. Feeling yourself releasing and letting go. Just sweeping away that energy. Holding on to the positive energy. And pressing your palms at your hips, bringing your legs nice and long on your mat. Feet nice and wide. Letting the toes fall out to the side. Bring your hands down by your hips. Taking a nice deep breath in. And sigh it out. Another deep breath. Exhale with a sigh. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Just acknowledge all the effort that you put into your practice. And let it go. Just taking the time to breathe and be. And know that the divine light in me sees, honors, and bows to that same light in each of you. I love you all. Please continue to be safe and healthy. Namaste, ladies.